Hello and welcome to another Bearded Geek toy review. In today's episode we're looking at this DC Multiverse Ultraman figure from the latest Superman movie. Stay tuned.
Eyes up here.
Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're looking at this Ultraman figure from DC Multiverse from the latest Superman movie, James Gunn's Superman, which was released a couple of weeks ago and has done huge numbers at the box office. I think it's close to 500 million already. It's only been out for 2 weeks. So it looks like it's going to be a good start to the new version of the DC cinematic version universe, whatever the hell they're calling it now, DCU, DCCU, I don't know. The DCEU is dead, long live the new version. I saw the film obviously opening weekend and I really enjoyed it. If I had a couple of gripes, it would be just because it kind of like it starts off, it's not an origin film. It throws you straight into the action. So the first couple of minutes, you feel a little bit disjointed because you're going, hold on, what's going on here? But you soon find your kind of feet. Probably say that Superman isn't quite a supporting character in his own film. He is in it a lot. However, Clark Kent is hardly in it, his alter ego. But David Corenswet did a great job. So did the actress playing Lois Lane. And I thought the standout from the supporting cast was Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. Guy Gardner, they've got down to a T. They really have taken the asshole version of Green Lantern and put him from page onto screen. So I really did enjoy that. And I'm looking forward to follow-ups and sequels. And of course, Crypto the Superdog was very cute. So this is the Ultraman figure. Now, this is a deluxe theatrical edition. As you can see, it's in bigger packaging. This is the gold label because this is the battle damaged version. You can get just a standard one, which is a bit more lighter in the purpley shade. The standard releases, there was only 3 so far, which was this Superman here, which obviously we've already reviewed. A gold label version of him, which is battle damaged, which is just him with lots of black paint smothered all over to mimic battle damage, and Metamorpho, who's one of the other superhero characters in the film. Like I said, sometimes it does feel a little bit overstuffed, but he's also a standard figure. The rest of them are all deluxe theatrical editions. That includes obviously the 2 Ultraman, which I think was a bit of a mistake. They should have put probably the standard Ultraman in as a standard figure, so not charging the $10, £10 extra. Superman with the cloth cape, same figure, but with Crypto the Superdog. Lex Luthor comes with the little kaiju figure, which obviously he's grown and throws into Metropolis to distract Superman, and he's up to no good. I won't get into too many spoilers. And then you've obviously got Mr. Terrific as well. He's a deluxe figure. So it's kind of like, yeah, I think you've thrown around too many deluxe figures here, because the price point for these is roughly around about $33.99, $34.99, depending on where you go. I didn't get this for that price. I got this for literally about 25 quid off eBay. I was very fortunate. I saw a seller selling it at around about 28 quid with free delivery, and obviously I had a voucher as well, which gave me just about 10% off. So I got this for around about £25, the same as a standard figure. So keep your eyes out, because I think that some of these figures are going to hang around. So I think you will, in the coming weeks, you'll probably start to see some deals and bargains. So anyway, let's have a look at the quick packaging. So obviously it's got this kind of shiny blue surround there. You've got the new old DC Bullet logo. You've got the Superman shield from the movie. You've got this lovely piece of artwork here on the side that says DC Studios Superman, which I think is really nice. I think they should have put that on the standard packaging. You've got a comic interpretation of Ultraman on the back, obviously flying in front of Luthor Corp. And yeah, just on that side, you've got DC Multiverse Superman. No little QR code for the DC comic book website, where you can obviously read up to 25,000 DC comics. But there you go. That is the packaging as it is. Standard, as usual. Obviously, gold label. So, before we open up the box, here's a little quick word about the channel. Before we continue, a quick word about the channel. In the last DC Multiverse Superman related video that we did, just over 10% of the views were from subscribers. So if you've not yet hit that subscription button, please take a quick moment to do so. It really is appreciated, and I appreciate your support. Thank you very much. And now back to the video. And we're back, and a quick word about the inner packaging. You have this lovely kind of like insert that looks like the inside of the Fortress of Solitude. And that's another thing I liked about the movie. It kept kind of like the crystalline structure of Superman's Fortress of Solitude from the Richard Donner, Christopher Reeve movies. And also, they kept the John Williams theme tune that we all know and love and associate with Superman. My only gripe is they didn't use it enough. They used snippets of it. They used a great electric guitar version of it, which I think if you've already seen the trailers, you all know that that's in the trailers. But yeah, that's basically that. So obviously standards stand. Again, we have a flying character who does not have a flying stand. Big gripe there. And obviously you've got the trading card, which we'll have a look at next. Interestingly, the stand has a shinier DC emblem on there. But I've noticed that some of the newer releases that are now coming out or are due to be released will have the DC Bullet emblem on there instead. A bit of a strange decision to change it so late in the day, given that Todd's obviously losing the DC license, but there you go. Again, should be a flight stand. And here is the trading card, and obviously if you've watched the Christopher Reeve figure review, which was also a deluxe edition, you'll notice that the trading cards are slightly different. They've got this little shiny embossed bit on there, but on the back it's exactly the same. A mysterious and powerful foe working for Luthor Corp is a physical threat even to Superman. If you know your DC lore, it's no surprise who Ultraman is. I'm not going to spoil it here, but I will just say a nice little homage to Superman 4 in what they say about Ultraman. So there you go. There you go. That's the trading card. And here he is. Here is Ultraman. And first of all, let's get the negatives out of the way. And it's not necessarily a negative about the figure. Yes, we've already complained about the fact that he doesn't come with a flying stand. But a criticism of McFarlane. This guy comes with an array of extra hands. So he's got an extra 3 pairs of hands here that are obviously, for some reason, kind of like a gripping hand, another more open kind of like gripping hand, and obviously a fist. So you've got a variety of options. So what I'm complaining about here is, why does Ultraman come with effectively 4 pairs of hands, yet Superman didn't? He came with a fist, he came with that gripping hand, and he came with 1 extra pair of hands, which were flight hands, where the hands like that. That was it. Your main character, and you don't throw the same amount of hand options in for him. Absolutely bizarre. Even the deluxe version only has 1 extra pair of hands. Obviously, it has the different face sculpts, which some of them are absolutely indistinguishable from the actual face that he's got there on the standard version. But why? Why not do a variety of hands for Superman? Because it's not like you've got the molds. They're hands. They're not like generic. They're not stylized, they're not gloved, they're not like these, which are separate actual like sculpts because they're unique to his Ultraman's uniform. They're just normal hands. All you have to do is just cast some more out the mold that you've got and bloody put them in with the figure to give us a better display option. So yeah, really frustrating. Like I said, it's not a gripe about the figure itself, which on the face of it here looks absolutely bloody awesome. It is a gripe about Todd McFarlane and his increasingly erratically strange policy of not being consistent. You know, it will be a shame when he loses this license next year. But, you know, if Mattel picked this up and continued to do a 7-inch line, then, you know, let's hope that they just do it better. I'm not saying that McFarlane's done it badly, but there's just so many inconsistencies. It really is frustrating at times. But anyway, those are the extra details that you have. Still don't think it's enough to warrant it being a deluxe figure for being $10, £10 extra than your standard figures. But hey, that's just me. Like I said, I didn't get it for that price. Anyway, let's have a closer look at this figure. And this is bloody amazing. I love the detail on this suit. And the reason why I picked the damaged version is because I'd seen in the Manchester HMV store, they had the standard Ultraman figure. And for some reason, he is a lighter shade of purple, which doesn't quite work because it's not accurate to how his costume appears in the movie. It's very much probably a roundabout like that. So obviously, the battle damage one has a darker shade of purple, which is more akin to how the costume actually looks in the movie. And I just think the battle damaged aesthetic on there is really, really cool. I love the paintwork. I love the detail. So I love the fact that a lot of it is dark because obviously it's supposed to be damaged. And a very nice touch. I think this is probably the only difference in the actual figure itself. We have a different face sculpt because in this version, his goggles are smashed. Now, I'm not too sure whether they're printed on or they're stickers, but that is a lovely touch. Obviously, they're standard, just black goggles on the standard figure, but the fact that they've put cracks in the glass of his goggles, I think is a wonderful touch. So I absolutely love the detail of this figure. It is amazing. It's good to have an actual foe for Superman to fight with. Like I said, the paintwork continues all the way around, and it really is good the way it just gives that battle damaged aesthetic, and even continues around the back on the butt and on the top of the thighs there, and along that thigh, and then mainly, obviously it's mainly this side that appears battle damaged, but I still think it looks really, really cool. As articulation goes, it's a standard McFarlane figure. You're gonna get the standard articulation. Does it? Oh, that. Yeah, so obviously that's gonna bend a lot there. So you've got that movement in the legs. You've got that articulated toe joint, which we all love when we're posing that. I think Marvel should do that more with their Marvel Legends. You've got the butterfly joint in the arms there, so the arms can move quite substantially. Obviously, the good thing is the pins are less noticeable. They're cast in obviously the same colour plastic, which is something that McFarlane used to get wrong in the early days. And obviously the head moves around. Obviously not the greatest amount of articulation there on it. It doesn't really, you cannot really make it look up. You can't really make it look down. So if you want him in a kind of like flying pose like that, yeah, there's no movement in the head to obviously do that. If you did, you'd have to customize the back of the collar and shave that down. So then obviously move it around, but it moves around enough. So that's good there. So as it is a standard articulation, I just think the detail on this figure is fantastic. The paintwork is brilliant. Is it worth the deluxe price tag? Absolutely not. You know, perhaps McFarlane had just seen an opportunity with it being a new movie, being excited buzz around it. Let's whack the prices up. But yeah, that's as it is. So, but besides that, I'm glad I've got the figure. I think it's really, really cool. So let's have a look at some of those different hand options. So there he is with the fists, and as I was taking the hands off and then putting the fists on, I did actually think the fists looked far too small, sculpted far too small, but actually when they're actually on the figure they do look in proportion. So I think that's just because you're looking at a separate kind of dismembered hand, and obviously it looks a little bit smaller than what it does when you actually place it on the figure. So those are the two fists. These are the kind of grabby hands, almost as though he's reaching out and looking to grab you. And I'm getting real kind of Universal monster movie kind of vibes there with those hands on. I think they're a good option. They're a good display option. So I'm really liking those. And then you've got these hands, which I'm quite perplexed of what they actually are. They're not quite fists. So they're not quite fully clenched. They're not trigger fingers, because obviously Ultraman doesn't wield a gun in the movie. So it's almost like they're ready, as if they're designed to hold something, like an accessory. Well, yeah, because obviously there's a gap in there, so you can obviously put something in. But yeah, I'm kind of perplexed of what those kind of hands are for. So yeah, but there you go. There's another display option for you. Obviously, you can mix and match. You can have a fist on one hand, a grabbing hand on the other. So I'm kind of a bit torn, because I really do like the look of these kind of hands that are reaching out and grabbing. So rather than have the typical fist, I think I'm going to go with the option of both kind of reaching out and grabbing hands. I think that's a good option. And there you have it. The Ultraman figure from DC Multiverse, a worthy adversary to Superman. If you haven't seen the film yet, go and check it out. It really is a good Superman movie, as well as a very good superhero movie. It's bright, it's colourful, it's not too angsty, it's not too serious. It is a real fun 2 hours in the cinema. It really does not outstay its welcome. So I heartily recommend this figure. Again, the only negatives are the price point. I don't think it's worthy of a deluxe edition. And also the criticism that McFarlane throwing in the wrong type of accessories for figures. Really does need a flight stand, because he's a flying figure. And if you're going to throw in this amount of alternate hands, you really need to do that for the main character of the bloody movie. I mean, come on. It's not rocket science. Anyway, it's a great figure, absolutely love it, and it's a worthy addition to my DC Multiverse collection. Well, thank you for watching. If you liked that video, then please leave us a like. It really does help out the channel. If you've not yet hit that notification bell to be notified whenever we upload any brand new videos, then please do so, because then you won't miss out on some brilliant content, if I say so myself. Loads more cool stuff to come. But in the meantime, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you very, very soon on Bearded Geek Toy Reviews. Bye now.
Who raised you as a child?
I'll kill them too.